My name?
Yes.
My name is Kieran Bond.
Thank you. And could you turn around so we can see your number? Thank you. Number 3.
Stay on your inside. Go back. Go, pull out right. Yeah. Stay open. Pull out right. Carry. On the floor, release it. Good, Kieran. We go. You ready? Set. Yes. Go. Set it, Kieran. Go, Kieran. We're on. No, release it. Hold it, run it in.
Yeah, immediately just from playing, and got the immediately better. Kieran's positioning now has been the last 4 minutes of the first quarter, and now is so much better.
Couldn't you pass it? Couldn't you pass
I
it?
know. Good supporting run though.
Yeah.
At least he was there for the supporting run. It's Carl's competitive spirit. I have run 80 yards. I therefore will score. let that happen.
Done his knee.
Definitely medial, probably ACL, the way it twisted. Because he twisted, but then Tyler landed on top of him. And Dan said he heard it pop. So if someone else hears it, it's generally not a pleasant one. Get it, Paolo.
Good.
No, he's going to need a hospital, I think. It was he twisted, and then as he landed on the twist, he heard it pop, and then I think it was Tyler landed on top of him. It was definitely medial, probably ACL as well. Good luck. Ice pack is all you can do at the moment. And then speak to, if he can get someone to get him to a walk-in centre or A&E. If not, we'll have to call someone to take him.
Just taking grass.
The meadow.
What do you suggest? Would you say just?
It's gonna, if he can't get to A&E, depending on how much pain he's still in, I think it's quite, he doesn't go down quite that easily, so it could well be worth at least ring 111 and see what they advise if we are allowed to move him and someone take him to A&E.
Okay.
If not, they'll advise us to call an ambulance out and they can get a first responder out.
I'll go and get some ice packs and just
Yeah,
see if
he's going to need to get
improves
checked out. So someone's taken it out.
That's what I mean, I just say anything to him, like, also like, I just talked to him quite close, but I was like, look at this week, sorry, can you just sit down there?
Josh. Good there. Good ball. Release the ball. See, pass, pass. That's a great pass. Run in, run in.
If you want to do this, I'm on Kieran, number 3, the yellow kit on. I'm doing Kieran's one. If you want to do it, I'll go to the side. Just don't skip it. Kieran is just gone into the scrum now. Or he's playing scrum after it. Yeah.
Release the ball! Hold it. Yes. Hold it. on the outside, Kieran. Go around the outside. Out there, just up. Hold. Out there. Out there.
Come on, loads that season. Is it just a natural?
Yeah. I've done that quite a lot.
I'm on the touchline here. Right, somewhere here.
Good call.
Come right, Sue, come right.
Go forwards. Well done, Cece. Good luck. Hey, Kieran, great ball. Good pass again. His offloading is real. Great offload, Kier.
So one of my strengths for when doing the 7v7 game was supporting the player. I did it a bit in the 4v4 game, but not as much. In a 7v7 game, if you watch for it, there's quite a few times where I'm chasing the person with the ball. Obviously, they're making a break or they are about to be tackled, so I'm always very ready to be passed to or to pick up the ball when they get tackled. You can also see me a lot with positioning. On the fringes of the rucks, you see me being ready to tackle the player as I'm in position ready and to defend. Also, I'm very good at getting my team up in line for a defence or attacking line. You can see me do this quite a lot with my hand movements, and I'm also always sort of in position to follow the player or to get ready for a tackle. I'm very good at communicating with my team, as you can see when I pull up the line and tell them whether to make plays or not, which you can see more in the 4v4 game. I call people up with me when I've got the ball and I'm running with it. In the 7v7 game, you see me a lot stealing the ball. This is due to my positioning and is mainly just being ready to react and knowing what to do and when. When I get tackled and it goes down to a ruck, I hold down on the ball. Sometimes I drop it, but mostly in the 7v7 game and the 4v4, I keep hold of the ball and then display it to my team. In the 4v4 game, you see me make a lot of breaks through the enemy team's defence. This is just due to finding gaps and looking around. In the 4v4 game, you see a lot better tackling than the 7v7. This is still not great. It definitely needs some improvement, but it's better than the 7v7 game. In the 4v4 game, you see me make a lot of opportunities. This is what I was on about when I said communicating with my team to bring them up with me when I attack. My weaknesses. In the 7v7 game, tackling was actually overall my tackling is a huge weakness of mine. There's a few reasons why. There's the positioning of myself, so I don't get low enough, I don't get into a good position like head on from the opponent. I normally try to tackle from the side. That's partially due to reacting slowly and just not being fast enough to get in position. Another problem with my tackling is my technique. I never got taught how to properly, and so I need to improve on that and I need to learn how to do it properly. I generally was sort of flat on my feet, not low enough, and I'm not strong enough, which also needs improving. My catching is a big weakness of mine. Generally when I'm catching, I don't have my hands out. This is due to being under pressure and just not thinking about what I'm doing. Really, I need to have my hands out so that I can catch the ball quickly instead of sort of almost playing hot potato with it and bouncing it around when I catch it, or dropping it, which often happens. Another weakness of mine is my passing. My passing, when I pass, I put spin on it, but I don't move my arms with it, so it doesn't get enough power and it's not an accurate enough pass, and this can lead to the opposition getting the ball from it not being fast enough and not being accurate enough, and ball being dropped by my teammates because the pass wasn't good enough. Another weakness of mine is speed. I'm not fast enough around the pitch, but this also links in with my fitness. If I was fitter, I could move around more often, more quickly, so that I could get into positions where I'm useful quicker and I could just get around and react quicker to play. With my passing, there also comes a problem with flexibility. Partially why my passing isn't accurate is because of my arms. I don't move them enough. This is because I'm not flexible enough. This also helps with tackling. It helps me get lower and just sort of make all better plays. And then of course there's my reaction time. My reaction time isn't brilliant. I generally anticipate instead of react, but when the anticipation goes wrong, I react too slowly to make any difference, and so I'm not effective. To improve everything, so things like tackling, I would have to do lots of relevant practice. I'd have to get lots of feedback and do distributed practice and start from the beginning because I was never taught properly. I'd have to do it from tackle bags, get feedback, do it over and over, and then eventually move on to things like people and live situations, everything like that. I'd have to do kind of the same for passing. I would need lots of distributed practice where I get feedback and I get corrected and I get taught how to do it properly. With my tackling, Another way to improve would be to do strength training through weights generally. Or I could do circuit training where I can do my fitness at the same time. I can do my cardiovascular endurance. Of course, there's also the inaccurate passes. That would also come into distributed practice, where I just get taught how to make it accurate, how to do movements, and how to keep myself balanced so that the throws go accurately and powerfully enough. I'd need to do flexibility training. A good way to do this would be PNF stretching. So I'd get somebody to help stretch my, say, shoulders, and we'd sort of push it so that, or not push it, but like I'd stretch it more and more so that I can move my shoulders more and so that I can turn more. With the weights training, I would have to do it on my deltoids, my pectorals and my lats, mostly because those are the muscles which you use for tackling. It would make me so I could move more. I'd also do this with flexibility, so I can move more and get my arms into a better position for when I'm tackling their legs. For reaction time, it'd be best to do maybe something which is over and over and over again, so that I react to cues, so I could highlight cues. I could improve my selective attention through cue training. And also with cardiovascular endurance, a good way to enhance this would be do lots of continuous training on, say, a treadmill, or do sprint interval training so that I've got enough speed, and then I've also got almost endurance on top of that, so I can keep sprinting and then take a short sort of jog and then do another sprint. But the best way to improve everything would be through lots of relevant practice. Okay. I think I hit every